Today I'll be doing a comparison video comparing my two silicone dolls that are in most of my videos. These are definitely my most popular, most liked dollies that I have, and that's why I do so much content including them. Teague is this tinier one, and he or she is 12 inches, and then the big one is Nyla Cedar, and she's about 19 inches long, so much bigger and much heavier. So Teague is way easier to carry around. You would definitely get a workout carrying Nyla around everywhere. So besides their different heights and weights, they're also different because Teague here is a wet and drink silicone baby doll, so you can give them a bottle to drink with like water or whatever, and they'll pee it out, which is pretty cool. And this one is not wet and drink, so you can't give her a bottle. Her mouth is open, of course, so she can take a pacifier or a fake bottle that doesn't have liquid in it. And then let's see, another difference between these dolls. This one is a baldy. So this one has no hair rooted. And this one has darker eyebrows. And because of that, they look a little more unrealistic. But both of these dolls have veining and mottling. You can see little veins in the stomach. This one has an innie belly button. And this one has an outie belly button that's much bigger. They both smell similar. Silicone has like a rubbery smell, kind of how Barbies have that plasticky smell. It's a bit similar. This doll has big green eyes and no eyelashes, because a lot of silicone dolls that have rooted eyelashes look a bit crazy. It just doesn't, for the most part, look that great on most dolls, in my opinion. And I think that's why whoever created this doll didn't do eyelashes. This one has painted on eyelashes, so once again, doesn't look as realistic, but still cute nonetheless. You can squish both of their mouths like such. And this one kind of looks like maybe a little tongue is in there when you open the mouth. This one can be squished and squozen the same way. Squozen is not a word. But there's no little tongue in her mouth. One thing that looks super unrealistic about this doll, if you pay close attention, are the hands. This hand, the fingers are very long and remind me of like an alien. This hand looks more realistic in a ball. This one's hands look pretty daggum realistic, if you ask me. You can see the seam on this finger, but that's pretty typical. You can see a seam on the head and legs of these dolls typically. This one has more blushing on her body. You see her cheeks look pink. There's pink around her chest, and it's blotchy. Looks kind of like a real baby would, I assume. When we look at their feet, this one's feet almost look too big for their body if you think about it. But they're very cute, and they still work. It still works. Everyone still loves this little baby. And then let me show you the feet on this doll. Here's Nyla's feet. So they look more realistic, the way the toes are curled and the light blushing that's on the knees and legs just looks more realistic. Both of these dolls get real sticky and need to be bathed in a real bubble bath and then dried off nicely so they don't mold or mildew, and then they both need to be powdered so that it restores them back to their non-sticky selves. Then they stay intact without being too sticky, and for maybe like a month or so. Then when hairs and dust and things start to get stuck to them more, you'll know that they have that sticky film and they need to be washed and maintained again. So they are a lot of work, of course, compared to vinyl reborns. Teague's eyes are blue, as I've probably already mentioned, but they're also showing more white, which once again does not look as realistic because you cannot see as much white in the eyes of Nyla. And that's more typical of like a real baby. Their eyes are real big like that, where you don't see as much of the white of the eye. And that's what makes a doll look more real. So the more white of the eye that shows, it just doesn't look as real. I get tons of comments on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts about where I get these dolls. I'm putting the link to my most popular long form video, which is about where I get my dolls, vinyl dolls, other reborn dolls, these two silicones. These I kind of go over price. But anyway, that's not really my forte, like talking about pricing and stuff. But please check out that video if you would. These are great therapy dolls because they're so weighted and realistic and lifelike. And they're good for children if the children are mature enough to take care of dolls and can maintain the work that it takes. You also don't want to dress these dolls in super tight clothes, as they will leave indentions and marks on their bodies. And sometimes they stay, like there's a mark on this one's chest, and there's one on this one's chest from when I got them, where I'm not sure what they're from, but something like a button on an outfit pressed up against them. So you have to be very mindful of that, and you have to make sure you're washing them and powdering. And I don't plan on making different videos. I mean, I'll keep making videos with silicone dolls in them no matter what. They're still pretty popular and trending right now, and I have one more in the mail, so you'll see me unboxing that one here in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. Please subscribe, leave me a like, and share my videos with others, as I put a lot of time and effort into these, and I would like them to be watched and appreciated by like-minded collectors.